And time now for our weekly arts and culture segment. And as always, we have our culture correspondent Song Yujin in the studio with us. Welcome, Yujin.
Happy Friday, Eunji.
So what do you have for us today, Yujin?
Well, Eunji, today I have some exciting news from Germany, which really shows how far the Korean wave is reaching around the globe. Now, to give you a sneak peek, K-pop is now part of the lineup of one of the country's major broadcasters. So from 대한민국, which is South Korea's official name in Korean, to Deutschland, let's first take a look.
저스틴 팀페와 함께하는 프리츠, 최고의 음악 K-pop.
What you just heard is Germany's first regular K-pop radio show, Best Musik K-pop. Fritz, a radio station under a public broadcaster, Unfunk Berlin Brandenburg, officially launched the show on October 14th. It's the product of months of collaboration between ALBB and the Korean Cultural Center, Germany. Justin Timpe is the show's host and producer. He fell in love with K-pop after first listening to BTS 10 years ago.
So perfectly produced, everything, like the music videos, like also the styles. They try new things, which I never heard before. Like you would never go and put a bit classic into a rap part and then a bit R&B and then at the end we have pop.
Justin is involved in every step of the show, from researching trends to curating playlists, making sure the program is open to all listeners.
What I do is I look, what stars do we have over here? Like Dua Lipa, Coldplay, Bruno Mars. And then I check to what kind of K-pop songs do we have, which are very similar to them. And try to make the example, like, hey, we have Dua Lipa. In Korea, you have someone else, like Jeon Somi.
The 2-hour show offers more than just music. It introduces Korean dramas, films, and food, and features interviews with emerging K-pop artists. The response has been beyond expectations.
The day afterwards, I came to the station, and people were overwhelming, and they were saying, Justin, we never had a show with so much people writing us. This 2 hours of the first show will put in together everything we can hear and see from the K-pop scene.
Germany wasn't always the playground for the Korean wave. Asian dramas were rarely aired on TV, and K-pop was largely seen as niche culture. But now, that's changing.
K-pop's global rise has ignited interest here, and streaming services now allow instant access to Korean content for German viewers. ABB is one of the major broadcasters in the Berlin region, with Fritz attracting around 183,000 daily listeners. The launch of this program shows that K-pop is becoming part of the mainstream in Germany.
Justin hopes the show will be more than just a place to play music. He wants it to become a community for listeners.
They can talk not only with me, but also with the community, with the other people, about what's going on in their K-pop universe. I want to make K-pop more, let's say, closer, so that also people who are not into the scene directly can tune in and know what is K-pop.
If you want to know more about K-pop and Korea, tune into Best Musik K-pop every other Monday at 8 p.m. local time.
So this is definitely great news for K-pop fans in Germany, Yujin.
Right.
And you mentioned earlier how interest in Korean culture is growing in Germany, and that's where the overseas Korean culture centers play a role, right?
Right.
So what kind of programs are they offering?
Right. So according to Director Yang of the Korean Cultural Center in Germany, the primary focus is outreach to young students, for example, those in elementary school. So what the center does is it invites students to participate in hands-on experiences, such as learning traditional Korean calligraphy, 서예, wearing the Korean traditional dress hanbok, and trying Korean food. And Director Yang says the goal is to help these students become familiar with Korean culture from a young age, as early exposure to Korean culture really tends to leave a lasting positive impression.
I see. And I heard this year marks the 30th anniversary of the Korean Cultural Center Germany. Are there any programs or events that viewers of all ages might be able to enjoy?
There actually is, and I'm glad you asked because the 8th Korea Independent Film Festival starts its 11-day run in Berlin's Babylon Cinema just today. Now, to tell you a bit more about this annual event, it introduces Korean independent films to the local audience with German subtitles. And the festival has screened around 10 films each season, attracting an average of 1,000 attendees. However, interestingly, last year, the number of attendees tripled to about 3,200. Now, to talk more about this year's festival, it will screen 10 films, opening with director Kim Mi-young's A Lonely Island in the Distant Sea. After the 7 p.m. screening tonight, director Kim Mi-young and the lead actor Park Jung-hwan will meet the audience in person.
All right, Yujin, thank you, or should I say, Tankishin, for your report today.
Well, my pleasure, or should I say, 밑에 은지.